All right, hello everybody. Just making sure everything is good to go. I believe I need to go a little further for this. Yeah, so this is what I'm doing right now. Um, just before we get into the meat and potatoes of the episode. I believe we already have that. We can transmit that. That is fine. So Southern Ice Shelf. Don't believe I'm gonna get poles on this. Oh, wait. So our inclination is not perfect. I believe I already have that, already have that, already have that, already have water. Alright, what is this going to be? It might just be more grasslands. That would not be advantageous for me. EVA. And grab an EVA report. We already have that. Okay. So that is grasslands. I don't know if I'm going to be able to grab any more EVA science on this go around. May have to time warp a little faster. I already have water, I already have shores. So I have mountains, I have shores, I have southern ice shelf, I have something else. I have mountain shores, grasslands, water, southern ice shelf. If I can get desert, savanna, and like everything from the north, I believe I will have pretty much everything. But yeah, so this is kind of like the beginning of the science farming I was talking about. Um, if we had the gravioli detector, then we'd have another biome specific one. Um, in fact, how much science do we have right now? 104, so we could probably unlock something else. Ooh, are we gonna miss the North Pole? Oh, no. This is still the northern part of that continent. Um, do. I want to pause it once it gets... Oh, and autosave is gonna pause it for me. I don't think this is a new biome. Could try here, because it's like right over that little oasis type thing. And EVA report, grab it. Grasslands. Try again. Grasslands. Okay. So then, do. Hi, Julia. Let's see. Okay, so as soon as I get over this ice up here, I believe that is going to be another EVA report that I can grab. Okay. So EVA. Nope. I want Kerbin. Uh, ice cap. So we already have that. Okay, so reset that. Um, so then I think it's going to be this right here. Ooh, that is close. It's very close. Time up a little more. EVA. Northern Ice Shelf. There we go. So then I can review that data, add it to the lab, and there we go. And I do believe we have polls already. So we have a little more data in here, so that ups the science rate, and we're just going to let that keep going. So back to the Space Center. Thank you, Julia. Okay, so we already have 5 of 7 contracts. We could rescue another person from the Mun. We could finish construction of a rover on the Mun, which sounds interesting. But what I really want to check is how much for a mainsail? 160. So I do think we need to go back to the Mun. Anything in here that I want? This would get me the bigger radial decouplers. It would also get me a service module and bigger engine plates. Now that is tempting. Oh, it also gets this decoupler. Aerodynamics, meh. Landing, we're fine with what we currently have. Now, advanced flight control is also something I was looking at, especially because it gets me this module, which is tempting. But if we can only get one, I'd actually rather do this, honestly. Yeah, I'm gonna get it. Okay, so I think we need to go back to the Mun. And I'm going to base this on, I believe it was the Diamond 2 that made it to the Mun. Yeah, this thing. Okay, so first of all, I want to drop all of this. I want to bring all of this out. And I want the pomegranate reentry module. And I'm going to set that up here. Now this is slightly, it looks fine. And then I want the rest of this down here. Now this is going to mess with a lot of delta V stuff. The other thing was this lower stage was not powerful enough. Like, in fact, I would say none of these lower stages were. So, first of all, where is this engine firing? I want to see in vacuum and over the Mun. What is that thrust to weight? 2, that's fine. 5 is better. These guys can come off whenever, but I want to, first of all, rename this. This will be the Diamond 3. I think I want to drop everything below this stage, and I'm just going to rebuild it. So right now, in, let's say, Kerbin altitude, I don't know, 50 kilometers, has a thrust weight of 0.99. Not the best, but I think it'll work. Now the only thing is now I'm kind of afraid of these hitting this, so I'm actually going to come into this decoupler and turn down the force percent to like 25. So that should help. Let's see. And then for the next stage, I think I'm going to go, well, let's see. Because right now for the wider engines, we really only have the Skipper and the Bobcat, which isn't great. I mean, the Skipper has good ASL, but really low thrust. I think it's good for like a second stage. I don't think it's going to be great for a first stage. But I do have an idea. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a adapter. Gonna get another adapter. And then I'm gonna load this up with the Rockamax. And can I get this orange? Can I get these orange? I can. Add a splash of color. So with this, I want to see sea level. It's not enough to get us. It does have a thrust to weight of greater than 1. So now what I want to do is I want to say at an altitude of, I don't know, 20 kilometers. What does that look like? 1.24. What would that look like if I added another tank? 0.93? I think it's good enough for now. And then I want to lower this even more, actually. Cool. And then I want radial decouplers. I want 4 of them. About here. Also, why is everything highlighting? That should not be highlighting. There we go. I want to auto strut this bottom one. And then I'm debating on using Reliance or using another solid fuel booster. This would provide more thrust. It's just we would have way less control. They're also huge. What about this guy? Even more thrust. These guys are also pretty large. Okay, so in that case, I think I'm just going to stick with my original idea and put a few of these guys. Come on. Actually, I want to recolor this. Can I get this to go where I want it, please? What? Why is it not? There we go. And then I'm going to stick some Reliance on here. And then I want these to fire at the same time. So our thruster weight will be a little ridiculous. Oh, never mind. That was not as high as I thought it would be. Interesting. Okay, in that case, let's Let's do 6. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Let's do 6 of these. What is that thrust to weight? This still needs to fire off at the same time. 1.38. It's not the best thrust to weight. I also want these to fire at the same time. But I mean, by the time we get... Ew, that should be enough. I just don't want another scenario where we're using this stage to get into orbit. In fact, even in vacuum. This should be enough. It's kind of overkill once we get to vacuum. Even at sea level, I think it's a little overkill. But we shall see. Get it? Sea level. Okay, anyways. We're going to strut these guys in. And then, what's our center of mass? It's up there. And then I want a couple. I want the aerodynamic overlay. So this actually needs to be fairly low. Authority limiter up to 23. Okay. So I think this is good for the craft. Do we have all of our science experiments? And here we do. Alright, so in that case, this should be good to go. I just need to check our crew. So Jebediah has more experience. Interestingly, he somehow does not have orbit around the moon, whereas Valentina does. That's interesting. So I think in that case, we'll take Jeb and Bob. Actually, no, we'll take Valentina. Valentina and Bob. And then I do believe it is just one rescue contract. Oh, I forgot. Oh, we'll get that on the way. Yeah, so it's just one rescue contract. Let me save this. Wait, does this have a decoupler? It does. Oh. The only thing I'm afraid of, does that decouple everything? I'm gonna leave this decoupler in its own stage that fires off last, just in case. I forgot that that had a decoupler. But I didn't build around it, so I don't want to mess with it. Anyways, these guys should be good to go. Thrust to weight is 1.37, and then it's 1.14 even at sea level, so that should be fine. This guy we're not activating until we're pretty far up, and it has a 1.00, so that should be fine. But I want to check. Before we launch this, come on. Abysmal loading times are abysmal. Anyways, what am I checking? This. So, polar crater, far side crater, or east crater. So we need to land in a crater. That's fine. Okay, so back to BAB. Let's make sure that we still have the correct crew. The other thing I want to check is... Oh, we don't have any orbital science. Okay. What do we have for communications on this guy? Nothing. Oh, we also don't have solar panels. I do remember that about the last craft. So we're going to get the 1x6s, and we're just going to slap those on here. So when those extend, they'll look like that. And then for communication, I mean, this guy should be plenty. Maybe not, actually. Hmm. Problem is, this guy actually has. Oh wait, this guy weighs less than this guy. Oh, we're throwing this on here. I do want to keep my mass evenly distributed. I only want two of these, so we will have two, and that's fine. Those are kind of clipping in, but hopefully we won't be. Hopefully we won't have these out like at the same time. Anyways, custom one, toggle solar panel, and toggle antenna. And then custom 2 is going to be collect all. Cool. So this should be good to go. Still has the correct crew. All right, so let's launch this thing. I'm aware. There's actually been several. I believe there was a touchdown sort of near Chickasha. There was a touchdown near Bridge Creek that lifted and I think retightened up. Um, there was another one I thought, but I forgot where it was. But yeah, I was keeping an eye out, and then I decided to do this instead because I said I would. So yeah, that's what we're doing. Anyways, we're gonna quick save. Have this guy pulled up, and let's go for it. And that is a little louder than I thought. You should leave my stream up just to lurk. Could use the viewer counts. I'm very close to affiliate. It's literally like the last thing is the average viewer count, because it'll show me like my thing right now. Like it'll actually show me like I don't know more viewers than I'm used to, and then it'll say I'm averaging 1, and it's like bruh, that makes no sense. I'm convinced Twitch just doesn't want me to get affiliate. Anyways, we don't have a lot of control right now, but that's fine. Our skipper will give us a little better control because we'll have less mass and it has gimbling and we'll still have the wings. Although they won't really work that well once we get out of the thick stuff. I'm just going to do a pretty shallow gravity turn for now. And this guy has about 40 seconds left to burn. And we're actually drifting off the 90 quite a bit. Time to apoapsis is passing 1 minute, which is good. It is now way past 1 minute. I may have overbuilt this. But what else is new? Yeah, we could be burning like a lot more towards the horizon right now. Although I'm going to hold because those side boosters are about to drop. There they go. Get away from those guys. Surprised they didn't hit each other. But yeah, and we're just going to turn over. I'm pushing my apoapsis up a little higher than I'd like. So I'm actually going to turn way over towards radial. I want to keep it below about 85, I think. I don't want it to get too low, so that might be a little too much radial, but it should start rising again soon, especially as the prograde marker comes closer. Oh, yep, it's already rising again. So as soon as it hits about 85, I think is when I'll cut the engine. And I'm going to move this stage down. All right, there's there's 85. So now what I want to do is actually want to point just like this way, and then I would like to stage. And they did bounce off the module, but that's okay. We planned for that. And I all of a sudden have like no control, which is strange. Let's go ahead and get these solar panels and antenna out. And let's plan a maneuver. So it's actually a little later than I wanted it. About there should be good. And let's pull prograde. And that is 84 by 85. That's good enough. So I would like to come over to this node. Wow, this thing is really not controllable. Something I should do actually is I'm going to deactivate all of the wing controls. There we go. So that we're just using gimbaling and wow, this thing really doesn't want to turn now. Okay. So I'll burn over a little bit. And there we go. Quick save. And about 28 seconds till this burn. And there we go. Oh, and it drifted off immediately. Lovely. And then I'm actually going to do something a little weird here. And I'm going to stage. There we go. Just to give us a little more controllability. That will stay as debris, but, you know, now we can actually turn a little more, maybe. Anyways, where is the moon? So the moon is there. We should burn about here. And this is actually going to use most of the transfer stage. I was not planning for that. And I think I am off with my timing. Yeah. Oh boy, we are getting some strange encounters of the third kind. What does that look like? That's probably good enough. Let me see if I can dial that in just a little bit. Oh, I don't want normal. I don't know why there was normal in there. Anyways, a little more prograde. Can do a little more than that. 30 kilometers is good. Although this, we are slightly inclined. We can fix that. And wow, this is a low orbit. That's fine, I think. So we're going to turn over and let me make sure. Okay, yeah, we're using electric charge, but that's because we are not in the sun. I'm not going to. Oh, hello. Hello, Blue Link. What was I saying? I'm not going to rescue Maxio? Hard to tell. I'm not going to rescue and then land with them. I'm going to rescue them on the way back to Kerbin. That way we can just save a little bit of mass, which saves us Delta V. And we are aligned for that node, so let's time warp. And I'm pretty sure this is going to be done in the dark. Do we have any distant objects being enhanced? I don't think so. About 56 seconds until this burn. There's the moon. Alright, 3, 2, 1, and fire. And man, we are drifting off the node. It's actually kind of a long burn. I think it's because this next stage has a really low thrust to weight around Kerbin. But let's see. After this, we'll have about 2100 delta V. That should be enough to completely land on, like, with fuel still left in these tanks. So I'm not worried about it. Oh, is that a distant object being enhanced? It is purple. I don't think so. It is very purple, though. Alright, stage. And now we come over here. So the inclination was slightly off. That is fine. And wow, there's actually still a while left to go on this burn. Okay. Yeah, and that previous antenna would not have been far enough. The MUN is at 11.4 thousand kilometers, and that one can only go 5,000 kilometers. So I'm glad we upgraded. I think it technically would be fine because of the tracking station upgrade. But I didn't want to chance it. Oop, and we are drifting off a little bit. And come on. Come on. There's our encounter, and cut the engine. 33, that's fine. So quick save, and then I want to plan a maneuver to circularize. Well, capture and circularize. Oop, that flipped a little too fast for my liking. 33 by 33, yep. So that maneuver is going to take place in a day. That has, yeah, that was Eve. I was right. Okay, Eve, Duna, Sarnis. Anything else? Not currently. We might be looking at sending some probes there. I don't know about this episode, but we'll see. Anyways, I'm going to align for this maneuver. That should be Erlum over there. Yep. Let's align for this. Quick save and warp. Probably going to have a little bit of lag loading into the sphere of influence. Yep. Okay, a lot of lag. Okay, man. There we go. Alright, so we are now near the MUN. Of course we're on the dark side. Did we charge up at all? Okay, yeah, we're at full. Alright. About 50 seconds, 40, 30, 20, 10. Okay. 3, 2, 1, and burn. And yeah, this should be plenty of delta V to land. We could probably even take off with this stage. So we have now captured around the moon, the MUN. No, we have not. That may have just been no longer leaving Kerbin's sphere of influence. And man, these burns are taking a while. I thought the thruster weight was good. It is. It's 2.61. Feels like it's taking longer than it should, but oh well. Because we have an Erlum rise over the moon. And our node is drifting, which is slightly annoying, but alright. Good enough. Okay, so now I need to pick a landing site, and our inclination is really bad right now. So, how much time? Oh, we had like 9 years in these contracts. Let's warp ahead a little bit. I could fix the inclination, but To be honest, I am lazy. Let's go around another full orbit. Another few full orbits, I think. Okay. I believe this is one of the craters, so what I might actually do is here-ish. Nope. Here-ish. I'm gonna do a normal burn. Not that much, and then I'm gonna mix it with retrograde. Maybe not that much retrograde. A little more normal. Because I believe this is one of the craters. In fact, oh, this is cheeky. This is really cheeky. What I could do, Maxio is right above it right now. Oh, I can't actually control it. I was really hoping I could. Because I was gonna see if I could get Maxlo to do a crew report or an EVA. And see if that was the correct crater. I think both large craters will do it though. I'm gonna be really sad if that's not one of the correct craters. Let's get aligned for this burn. And that is only 107 meters per second. I am not worried at all. So I'm going to quick save and warp. And that looks like something. I guess not. Oh, there's Moho. And that also looks like... Oh, it's behind the sun, but yeah, there's night on. Yeah, distant object enhancement makes other planet eclipses a little more obvious than they should be. Anyways, about 20 seconds till this burn. 5 seconds, 3, 2, 1, and go. And good enough. Periapsis is pretty low, but I believe this should be one of the biomes. Now, by the time we get over here, this will have moved slightly east. So I'm going to do kind of a late maneuver here. And this is just for timing. I just want to see if we were to kill off all of our speed, well, most of it, it would be 1 minute 39 seconds. So I'm doing this slightly inefficiently, but there's a reason for that. Also, I like how you can see Valentina in front of Bob here. The other thing is I should be getting science, but I'm not. We'll do that in a second. So we're gonna warp to this burn. And are we over the crater? Not yet. So I'm gonna warp ahead like 20 more seconds. And then very quickly, we have 30 seconds to the burn. I'm gonna get Bob to EVA and do an EVA report. East Far Side Crater. I believe that was one of them. And we can just reset that. I believe we already have a crew report. Yeah, we do. Okay. So back onto this maneuver node. So this should be, we should be able to find Mudstone. Now the tricky thing is, because of the ground scatter from Parallax, this might actually be a little difficult to find. I also want to go into surface mode here, because eventually I'm just going to lock surface retrograde. Alright, and we are suborbital. And I just want to kill off pretty much all of our horizontal speed. There'll still be a little bit, but that's not too big of a deal. Really, what I'm wanting to do is I'm wanting to bring our trajectory line into the crater. I also want true altitude on. Uh, is that one of the arches? The terrain is kind of glitching over there, so I'm wondering if it's trying to... I know, like, since we're near the east far side crater, we should be able to see one of the arches at the edge of the crater. I just don't remember which edge it is. We do not have signal right now. Also, let me... Okay, I don't have any science experiments to collect. I don't think... I think that's just a terrain glitch. I don't think that's one of the arches. Because they're normally really hard to see from this altitude. Do we have... No, we don't. Okay. I was curious to see if we had anomaly detection yet, but it does not appear that we do. Okay, and at this point, I think I'm just going to kill horizontal speed. I do want to kind of chase the node just to watch it. And about there-ish. And let's extend our landing legs. That's pretty close. We are landing on a hill, but that's fine. So I'm gonna do a quick save for sure. I believe one of the arches is at the edge of the east far side crater, though. But we'll see if we see it on the way out. Are we landing in that crater? That's entertaining. Ooh, do not go back to Space Center. And most of these should be biome specific when landed, so we should be able to get a lot of science out of this. Ooh, we might be landing on the edge of this crater. This might be a little spicy. I'm also going to start killing my speed, because I just realized we're only 5 kilometers up, and we're going like 150 meters a second plus. Might be a little early, but it's fine. We have so much delta V. Yeah, I feel like we're landing on the edge of this crater. It's not great. I'm also going to let us fall a little more. I can't tell if that's ground scatter or if that's a bunch of mudstones. I believe it's ground scatter, and we need to be killing speed again. Oh, we should have been killing speed already. This might be spicy. We're gonna load a quick save. I did not kill that speed fast enough. This is why I quick save, because I'm not great at this game. So good to note, I should be killing my speed earlier than I think I should be. Okay, so we're going to just warp a little bit. Remember, in real life, you don't get quick saves. So had that happened on Apollo 11, we would be telling a very different side of history. Okay, so gear is out. That is good. And let's just kill it off at 150. All right, quick save again. So thrust weight, 3.35. Okay. kill it off again. And that's a little low, actually. Quick save again. So if I screw this up, that is a very quick save response time. I don't know why this Time Warp 1X is stuck up here. That's a little weird. Alright, let's kill it again. Why does it keep saying that? I wonder if I have X double bound to kill Time Warp and kill Throttle. Because I have a slash bound to kill Time Warp, but... okay. At this point, I'm just going to do this. And this might be a little bit of a spicy landing. Ah, no, we're fine. In fact, I could let us accelerate a little bit here. Now, I don't know if any of this is Mudstone. Oop, 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 oop. Just point straight up, point straight up. Kill the throttle a little bit. More throttle. And kill the throttle. Oop. Okay, bit of a spicy landing. We are sliding. We are no longer sliding. We're sliding. That's fine. Okay. So how are we going to find a specific stone among all of this? That is a great question. But I am going to run our science experiments. So that is all good. We're going to observe a mystery goo. We're going to do a pressure data. We're going to do temperature data. We're going to do a crew report. We're going to do an EVA report. We can do a surface sample from up here. I will go ahead and do that. We're going to board. We're going to take all that data. And then I'm going to have Bob EVA again. And I actually want to retract our solar panels. Because I don't want to break them on the way down. We're going to RCS on. And we're going to restore that. We're going to conduct another material study. And then we're going to collect the data and restore. We're going to... oh, we can't put that up here. We're going to lift off, observe. Cool. Collect the data and restore. And we're going to do these experiments again. Let me go ahead and just do them from here. Log pressure data. Log temperature. Switch back to Bob. We are going to take the data. We're going to fly around to this side. We are going to, oh dear. Nope, nope, nope. I want the barometer. Barometer, thank you. Take the data, and we're going to put all of that data in here. And then we can have Bob just stand around. And then we're going to run everything one more time, but we're not, oh wait, never mind, no we're not. Because we can't take that back with us. But now we have 2 copies of everything, which is nice. And then now, I unfortunately, hello, bad timing, because I have to take a quick break. So for VOD purposes, I normally make these 2 hours. I'm actually not going to count this as part of the VOD. Tell you what, as soon as I go to the BRB screen, I'm going to do a stopwatch, and then when I get back, I will stop the stopwatch, and that's how much over the 2 hours we will go. So, with that, I do have to take a quick break. So, be right back. Alright, and I am back. Let me get the actual scene back up. There we go. Alright, so that clocked in at about a 5-minute break, so we'll go 5 minutes over. Anyways, so this next part I'm extremely nervous about. So I'm going to quick save here. I'm also going to close the service bay. I want to get Valentina out on EVA. Now, a couple things are going to happen here. One, the SAS is going to turn off, which could lead to us sliding. So let's see. Actually, it's not that bad. So RCS on, please. Because I want both Valentina and Bob to... wait, that was Bob. I want both Valentina and Bob to be over here. And we are going to have... Oh, don't bump into each other. That's the ship. We're going to have Valentina plant the flag. Actually, we're going to have Bob take the surface sample. Unless I already did that, which I may have. But then we're going to have Valentina plant the flag. And I don't remember what we called... I think I just normally do biomes for the flags. So this will be East Far Side Crater. Valentina and Bob were here. Cool. And then we're going to have Valentina get back in so that we can hold stability. Grab. And board. So SAS on. And we're also going to unfold the solar panels, because why not? And we're going to switch back to... Oh, that's the flag. We're going to go back to Bob. And now Bob's mission is to find a Munstone. Now, I believe... Oh, actually, that might be one right there. Because they're not light colored. They are dark colored. I don't think this is one right here. It might be. Also, we are... Oh, boy. Okay, Bob takes a tumble. That's fine. I believe the impact tolerance on the Mun for a single Kerbal is actually like... I want to say 20 meters per second. It's something insane. If this is not a Munstone, then I think that is. Actually, yeah, this is a... This is just a scatter thing. So I believe this is one right here. If it's not, then I may do something a little cheaty. Only because Parallax makes it really hard to find these things. And I don't want to spend like 20 minutes trying to find like a single surface feature. But I believe this is one. If it has physics, then it's a Munstone. So let's see. Do we land on top? Oh, we do. Okay. Pick up Munstone. There we go. And our ship is down there. Alright, Mooner rocks seem like they'll make excellent paperweights. They also give us clues to the history of our planet and others, but those papers aren't going to weight themselves. Return this to have it analyzed and gain all information about it. So we have now picked up a Munstone. So we're done here. So we can just jump up. And we can go forward. So let's hope that I don't kill Bob in the process. That would be not ideal. Suboptimal, as some would say. I'm keeping it pretty safe, though. I know realistically I could go up to 10 meters a second, and Bob would be fine. But I don't want to risk it. Okay, let's keep the prograde marker sort of forward. And, oh boy, don't break the solar panel. Grab. There we go. And, grab. Oh, no. Okay, Bob took another little tumble. Okay, RCS on. Okay, gonna go in slowly, grab, board. But, hello? Board. There we go. Anyways, so we should be good to go. So now what I'm gonna do is, oh wow, we did this almost perfectly. We're gonna set this as our target. And then we're gonna warp forward just a little bit. I want the target to be almost overhead. Now our inclination is gonna be off, but that is fine. So we're just gonna time warp ahead. And there's the target indicator. Okay, so right about, ooh, while moving over terrain, well, we shouldn't be. We're gonna go into orbital mode. And this should be good to go. I wonder if we can see it from here. I don't think so. We would need to look this way, but whatever. We're just gonna quick save and then take off. And I want to be pointing at 90. Let's check our apoapsis, because I want to point about 30, I think. Oh, and we can retract the landing gear. Now our inclination isn't going to be great. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go for a higher orbit than the craft, since we're going to be a little behind it. And then we're going to try and, well, actually, if we're behind it, we need to be in a lower orbit. The problem is that is a very low orbit, and I don't know how high the mountains on the Mun reach. So let's burn horizontal-ish. Tell you what, I'm going to go for a 14.5 by 14.5 orbit. Okay, 14.6, that's fine. This message keeps popping up, which is interesting. Also, I wanted to check if we could see any of the Mun arches from here. And the answer is I don't think we can. I'm not even sure if there's still a thing in Parallax. I'm gonna be honest. So. Wow, this is terrible. Okay, so we're gonna... Up here, we're gonna circularize. Ooh. Now, hang on. That's actually a pretty close encounter already. What's our apoapsis? Ooh, too high. I want the periapsis to be above, like, 13, though, so... 14 by 14. Does that line intersect anything? No. Okay. So this burn will be in about a minute, and, well, it'll be about a minute. So we can quick save here and warp forward. Did not see any of the arches, so I don't know. Might not be in the right spot for it, but because I do believe it was at the southern end of the eastern crater. And we will eventually lose these side tanks, but that is fine. We did not plan to bring them home, so we are not going to bring them home. But if we can use their Delta V to do this rendezvous, then I don't see why not. Okay. A little more. Okay. So this probably messed up our encounter. Yeah. Okay, how do I want to do this? Where's our descending node? Right there. So I'm going to pin the ascending node. At the descending node, I'm going to other way. Nope, nope. Give me that maneuver node. 0.0, that is good enough for me. And this is a 2-second burn. Okay. Hello. Well, so far we've landed in the east far side crater. We found a Munstone, so now we are going for the rescue mission, which will also knock out the rendezvous mission. So yeah, this should be good to go. We do have a spare seat in here. 'Cause this is the KV3. But yeah. And this craft in particular is a redesigned Diamond 2. It's surprisingly called the Diamond 3. And distant object enhancement is showing me that it's apparently in front of Drez. It's showing me that it should be right there, but obviously we're not encountering it quite yet. Okay, so we're going to warp forward a little bit. Oh, we have signal again, so we must be on the Kerbin facing side, or at least close to it. Oh, and I missed the burn like an idiot. Let's just go for it. Okay. How's our ascending and descending? Still 0, 0. Okay. Now, annoyingly... Okay, I'm going to flip prograde here. Because I kind of set up this rendezvous wrong. Okay. So, man, our periapsis is still super low. So I'm doing this the opposite of how you should. But at our apoapsis, yeah, I want to see what this looks like in a few orbits. Ooh, that's close. Let's toss in some prograde. Nope, nope, nope. I want the separation. Okay, prograde. Okay, that is now slowing down, so I want some radial. Radial other way. Prograde. Nope. Retrograde. Radial other way. I really should be doing it on this screen. Normal? Nah, I think 6.5 is as good as we're going to get. Which is fine. We can... Ooh, wow, that is a tiny burn. So we're going to thrust limit this. Give me exactly 10, because I'm slightly OCD about that. I mean, one, I don't want to spend money on hiring Kerbals if I can just rescue them. But two, I saw these missions, so Munstone plus Rendezvous plus Rescue from Orbit of the Mun, and I was like, okay, we can knock out 3 missions in one, or 3 contracts in one mission. More so convenience. I mentioned it early on in the series, but I'm kind of using the contracts as a guide. Because, like, yes, there are things that I want to get done, but most of them become contracts at some point. I think I can think of a couple that may not have a contract, so at that point I would just go for it. Like biome hopping for science, that's not really a contract. Doing extremely high orbit, high polar orbit satellites, relay satellites, that's not really a contract. But that's all stuff that I eventually want to do, like in the near future. Far future, we'll see if the outer planets have associated contracts. I hope they do. Otherwise, we'll get there when we get there. The other thing is I really wish the base game had contracts that required you to use a gravity assist. I think that would be a really fun addition to the game. I mean, there's some where it's like it's recommended to use gravity assists. like at Joule 5 is the most popular, like multi body mention. Yeah, I'm actually done with the semester, so I'm just my graduation ceremony is Saturday, um, and then on to meteorology. But other than that, my roommates left me a whole bunch of messes to clean, so that's what I'm doing overnight tonight and tomorrow. Um, Mostly because I woke up super late today. So when I say overnight, I mean like not like overnight, but it's gonna be into the night for sure. But yeah, I'm moving out because I lived on campus, so they're kicking us out Sunday morning, and my graduation ceremony is Saturday afternoon, so that's fun. So I have to get all the cleaning and packing done a little early. I mean, our closest approach is like what in 27 seconds. Uh, I really don't need these side tanks, but I'm keeping them anyways. And the annoying thing is, I don't think distant object enhancement is getting rid of the target indicators, which is quite annoying. That is anti-target. I want to point towards target. Because if you're within like 6 kilometers, you should have a little indicator. But whatever. We're just going to burn towards target, which apparently is like right in front of me, even though I can't see it. I want to watch my periapsis. I want to make sure it doesn't get too low. I also want to watch my closest approach. Okay, pull the prograde marker. This is not the most efficient way of doing this. Oh, okay, and we lost a little bit of efficiency there. So I'm going to flip to retrograde, or target retrograde, excuse me. Yeah, I've got the short end of the stick. Yeah, I have the whole day tomorrow. It's just a lot. Like, I wish I could upload pictures somehow in Twitch chat of, like, how disgusting they left it. For reference, like, it may sound like I'm just pointing fingers, but no, when I tell you the kitchen is not the worst mess I've seen, it's really not that bad and like compared to some stuff I've seen. Um, but it's still pretty bad. And I wish I could upload pictures in Twitch chat. One, period, but two, without doxing myself. Did I go too far? No, I still got 3 minutes. Okay. So that was 1 minute. Um, should be at like still 2 minutes 30 seconds. Okay. I could auto warp, but I'm being lazy and I don't want to switch to the map screen. Oh, and there's Kerbin. All right, how long till our closest approach? Minute 14. All right. Still can't see the target. Apparently, to target is like this way-ish. Oh no, the bathroom's great. Cause like I had one roommate that tried to clean when he could. It's just most of the time he was legitimately too busy because his class schedule was insane. Um, but like he spent like the day before he moved out. Uh, it does. It really does. But like the day before that roommate moved out, he literally mopped the entire apartment and then cleaned the entire bathroom, like without me asking. And I was just like, okay. So the bathroom looks great. um, all right, this is kind of pointing retrograde, which is stressing me out a little bit. I need to pull. Oh, pulled it too far. This is definitely, again, not the most efficient way of doing things. That is 300 meters, 250, 200. We are suborbital trajectory, though, which is terrifying. There's 150. We'll call that good enough. Yeah, if I look at my periapsis, yep, it is suborbital, so, and hopefully it is longer than, yeah, okay, we're fine. So this time, I will be a little less lazy, and I will do this in the map screen. So I'll warp to here. Also, here's the secret. I have no idea what phase angle means. Oh, there it is. Okay, we're moving up 0.1 meters, but I'm going to switch over to here. Okay, so that's that contract complete. Ooh, world first milestone? Oh, I forgot that that was a world first milestone. So let's, oh, do you have an EVA pack? You do, okay. We're also going to rename this vessel to Debris. And then we're going to have Maxio? Is that an L or an I? I can't tell. But RCS on, and we're just going to have him bring over. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't feel like it was worth it for this one in particular. Especially because they're loud. Like, my parents have one, and they are so loud. Which side is the hatch? That is a good question. Am I coming? Ooh, I'm coming at this thing a little hot. That is not the hatch. Okay, good to know. Is it this one? Yep, it is. Okay, so board. And, okay. So now we can unset as target. Maybe not. Let's, how do I unset as target? I guess not. Anyways. Let's go over to here and add a maneuver. And should be free-ish return trajectory. Pin that periapsis. And we're getting a second encounter, which is interesting. Let me move this node slightly. Oh, other way. That is a little low. Thinking maybe 40 is good enough. Hello, Cubby. Angle between incoming and reflected light. Oh, interesting. Sorry, I've got like chat all the way on my right, and the game is like all the way on my left, so I'm having to like bob my head back and forth. That's why I don't typically look at it when I'm doing a burn or like planning a maneuver node. Yeah. Hopefully we don't hit that. I think our angle is good enough to where we won't, but... Got a nice little alignment again. Eve, Duna, Sarnis, Erlum. Erlum, thank you. And let me not fly past the maneuver node again. Oh, why did it already shift? Can I set Kerbin as a target? Not from here. Okay. Oh, there's Moho. It won't show me until certain height. And Nidon. And let's... Did I once again forgot to get rid of the side tanks. Okay, better thruster weight. Let's pin that periapsis open. I want to unpin the other one. That'd be great. Ooh, too low, too low. Flip to retrograde. Just slowly increase that to 40. There we go. All right, so I'm going to quick save, and I'm just going to Where is that spitting us out? Right there. Oh, so we're flying up to Apoapsis and then coming back down. I'm okay with that. We're going to warp here. Oh, and I have confused the game. That's lovely. There we go. Oh, and there's Jewel. Is it trying to point out one of the moons to me? Yep, it's trying to point out Pole. Anyways, I want to come in like here-ish, and we're getting... I hate when it does this. It's like, when you warp, it stabilizes the orbit, but when you're unwarped, it's like glitching in and out. It's super annoying. I want to unset that as target, so yeah, focus Kerbin, and then focus back my own ship. But that did what I wanted it to do. How close to the atmosphere are we? Let's warp ahead. And something is causing me to lag. Oh boy. Alright, so about here. First of all, I want to fold everything in. Collect anything that we haven't. Okay, cool. And then... kind of want to burn off some speed here. So I'm actually going to point orbital retrograde and just kill off some speed. It is going to drop the periapsis, but more importantly, it's dropping the apoapsis. So that our overall entry velocity is lower. Alright, I'm just going to burn this tank out, I think, unless we start seeing heating early. And I will point this surface retrograde. Not that it really matters at this stage. Although I actually... okay, I want to ditch this engine, like, now. And then point surface retrograde. Yeah, so I didn't realize this thing had a built-in decoupler. So, oops. It also has some built-in ablator, which is nice. Although this heat shield should take most of it. It's also quick save. Nice sunrise. Where are we landing? Probably around here. Which, oh no, it's the mountains. Uh-oh. This could be spicy. So this guy's ablator is getting used, actually. This guy, more so than the re-entry module, which is fine. As planned. Oh, and there's our debris blowing up, wherever it went. Can't find it. Oh, there it is. Oh, thank you, camera. I wonder if the rest of it's going to blow up. That would have been great if it blew up right after I said that, but it might be out of physics range now. Oh, nope, there it goes. Oh, there's still a little bit left. I can see it. I don't know if it's visible on stream, but I can see a burning streak. I am very hyped up on coffee, so if I sound, like, erratic, that's probably why. Oh, you're good. The stream's going to be about 45 more minutes, so... It's still showing a target indicator. That's weird. Unless I accidentally set Kerbin as my target, and it's just indicating that I'm pointing at Kerbin-ish. Are we over the savannah? No. Oh wait, that's upper atmosphere. Duh. It's hard to tell what this is. This might be desert, savannah. It's really hard to tell. Unless it's just more grassland and the scatter is making it look weird. These are the drogues, correct? Yep. Although we're still pretty high up. I'm gonna physics warp. Ooh, it did not like that. Alright, so now I'm gonna deploy drogues, deploy mains, and we can physics warp on down. So this is a 4-day mission. 4-day, well, almost 5-day. Can I do a crew report here? Okay, so I've apparently already done a crew report here. That's fine. And we're still going, like, oh no, we're going less than 6 meters a second. That is fine. EVA unavailable. That's because I'm in physics warp. Alright, EVA report and board. Ah, gotcha. And then let me collect that. Have some nice desert scatter here. Alright, and we are landed. Do I have an EVA report landed in the deserts? I do. Do I have a surface sample? I do not. I don't want a target, but that'll unset in a second. Alright, so we can recover this vessel, and let's see how much science we get. Ooh, guess what? What am I guessing? Is it about the tornadoes in Oklahoma? Oh. Okay, so these contracts should disappear as soon as the game loads. Come on. Come in. Okay, the contracts disappeared, so let's see what our haul is. Come on. Holy shit. Okay. Wow, okay. We also got a little bit of funding. These two advanced to level 1. Valentina didn't advance? Okay. Well, okay, immediately... mainsail. I want the mainsail. Also, it gives me the Kodiak, which is nice. Oh, I get the skiff, too? Wait, am I stupid? Was that not the mainsail? Oh, no, there it is. Okay. Oh, there we go. This is the solid fuel booster I was talking about. Also, this one's okay. But yeah, this one has gimbaling, which is so nice. Anyways, I would like to go ahead and get this, I think. Gets us bigger heat shields. Although, well, let me see. So precision propulsion would be nice. It gets us Separatrons. Also gets us the Vernier engines. What does this get? This gets bigger fuel tanks. We could get both of these. Or, oh, well, if I get one of these, then I can't get any of these. Which is a little annoying, because I really would like scanning tech. Because that also gets us this guy. Oh, man. Decision. Oh, this gets us even more science, though. It also gets us a bigger relay antenna. I could get... Okay, here's what I'm thinking. High power electronics. Wait, nope, that's not it. Just electronics. Um, Yeah, I'm thinking high power electronics plus advanced construction. Yep. That'll also get me to actuators, which will get me the grabbing units, which will be nice for later. What does specialized construction get? More. Oh, the next docking port. Ooh, and a ground anchor. Okay. But let's see what contracts have unlocked. I'm kind of leaving these orbital stations. I'm just gonna leave them there. Okay. Well, plant flag on the mun. That's annoying. Ooh. How long do we have for that? 25 years? Taking it. Um, Another satellite contract? Taking it. Explore Minmus? Taking it. Ooh. Specific orbit of the mun. It's a huge inclination. Taking it. And I don't like these test contracts. I hate the test contracts. Like, after a certain point, there's just no point to having test contracts. Like, why do they exist? This one, ooh. Do I want that one, or do I want this one? Oh, Repair Gigantor. Ooh. That's interesting, because we don't have that yet. Um, hmm. This gives us more money, but has a shorter period. Actually, okay. How much would it be to upgrade this? That might be worth it. Although this one, we don't need to yet. I think this is worth it. And then we're gonna take both. Why choose when you can do both? We'll get this. Like, we'll do another flag. These three I'm gonna leave alone. But now we have 9 contracts, so what is the first one to expire? The satellite repair. Okay. And let's go ahead and look at those satellite orbits, because I might just want to get those out of the way now. That's a pretty big orbit. Slight inclination. I do want to look. Oh, this is eventually going to get recaptured by the mun, isn't it? Yeah, that is a strange orbit. And this is the damaged satellite. Can I fly this to see what it looks like? I can. Well, that's lovely. Sorry, I'm getting pinged on Discord and I don't know why. I can't find it, so I don't care. Okay, so this is a very interesting satellite. And wait, does this have an antenna? Keep this. It only has 5 electric charge. Where is the antenna on this thing? Is this it? I guess so. Oh, I can't transmit data. Okay, so there was no point in doing that. So I'll probably this is not a satellite that I would construct. I just want to point that out. This is so okay. Okay. This is I mean, yeah, this is this is not something I would build. This is certainly a satellite. One of the satellites of all time. Okay, so we need to repair that. I don't remember how many repair kits it takes to repair a Gigantor. I think it's 2? Might be 4, but I think it's 2. And then I do want to bring an antenna to stick on this thing. Because I was thinking about getting the infrared telescopes. Just so I could start doing some asteroid tracking, maybe some comet tracking. I love going after comets. Oh, and batteries, that's true, because it had like 5 electric charge. Ooh, I'm wondering. Does this have to be a new craft? It does, okay. That's good to know. Oh, you know what I meant to get? I meant to get a mod. I meant to get Transfer Window Planner, and I forgot. Also, apparently there's... Oh, this is just an object. That's fine. Yeah, I meant to get Transfer Window Planner because I am very bad at transfer windows. Although we don't have any contracts to, like, fly by anything out of the Kerbin system. So, I think we repair the satellite first. Ooh, VR models of spacecraft? Ooh, I might have to check that out. I imagine they'll be, like, a lot smaller than I think they are. This will be the Diamond 4. We're just going to do a Mark 1 command pod. Don't need to get fancy. Gonna do my normal battery reaction wheel. Although, having said that, it is going to be an engineer, so we need a probe. And I want the... can you tell me what... Okay, you have more torque. You have prograde, retrograde, and stability assist. You only have stability assist. Okay. So it is an engineer, so I do need to bring this guy. Which is fine. Mark 16 parachute. Gotta bring some radial mounts as well. This thing's gonna get really ugly really fast, but that's fine. We don't need it to look amazing. This has 1 inventory slot, but that should be fine. I want these on a separate stage. And this just needs to orbit. Well, it needs to orbit, it needs to rendezvous, and then come back. This doesn't need to land. Before I forget, I do want some solar panels. Those are huge, actually. Whatever. And I do want... Okay, so here's the weird thing. I'm gonna bring 2 antenna. And then before we come back, it will offset the mass slightly. This thing is really ugly, but it's fine. It will offset the mass slightly, but I'm going to drop one off on the satellite. Oh, really? Yeah, I'm going to drop one off on the satellite, so we'll see how that goes. Where is my thermal stuff? There it is. So that's the pod. Actually, no, it's not, because I need to pin this open. Where is my repair kits? How many can I stack? I can stack 4. I'm bringing all 4. Just in case. This will not be Jeb. It will be... Well, here's the thing, because I would normally bring Bill. But I think you have to level them up to repair stuff. Yeah. So I'm going to bring... I could bring either of them. I'm going to bring Pods on, because I like his name better. And then, let's see. So this is the entire craft. So then we need a decoupler. Man, the menus are expanding. And then, this might be overkill, but I'm going to do it anyways. Terrier. This is overkill. That's fine. Actually, this isn't even in vacuum. Yeah, that's overkill. have those fire off at the same time. So we could. Ooh. Okay, yeah, that's pretty amazing. Let's see. So yeah, we could do the transfer, the orbit, the rendezvous, and the return all on this engine. So that's fun. Um, nope. I'm gonna do the double adapter trick. I think for just an upper transfer stage, or not transfer, upper stage, we're gonna do a skipper. What does that do at like less than 50, 30 kilometers? Still insane. What does that do at sea level? Not quite where I like it. Is this overkill? Yes. Do I care? No. Um, because I want to put the mainsail to the test. So let's make this orange. Wow, we could lift with just this and get into orbit. Which I'm not gonna lie is kind of tempting, because I want to save money on this. Because I don't think we're getting a lot for repairing that satellite. Oh yeah, of course. So this should be. I mean, okay. The center of mass is a little high. Um, did I already enable aerodynamic? I did. This is a rocket. Um, oh dear. Okay. And then we're just gonna do a couple of these. That center of aerodynamics might not be in the best spot, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Famous last words. Alright, let's do some custom action groups. Toggle and toggle. And we still have pods on? Yes. Okay. Should still be able to get out. Oh yeah, 2,000 components. That's a lot. I'm not much of a CAD man, but I do realize that that's a lot. Why is the delta V readout not showing here? There we go. That was really weird. Whatever. Alright, so that's all good, that's all good. That's all good. So let's go get a free satellite. I forgot to check what orbit it was in, but out of curiosity, how long would a 25,000 part assembly take to load? Like on whatever computers you're loading it on. Also, abysmal loading times are abysmal. Oh boy, one of my friends just sent me a Snapchat. They got pulled over. I won't. I won't. I'll spare you my thoughts on that. This isn't about to be a political stream. 20 seconds from the workstation server? Okay, that's a little insane. Anyways, we're gonna quick save. And thruster weight is... I actually could have thrust limited this. Whatever, we're going. Oh, I meant to do that. And the mainsail is just so nice. I love the mainsail. Mainsail, my beloved. Controllability is a question mark. I did not strut anything, which may bite me. Yeah, because we're having a little wobble. We're having enough wobble to where I'm actually going to revert this. I did not like that wobble. All right, all the struts. We're also gonna. There we go. Let me make sure it kept my crew and my cargo. Okay, we're good. Yeah, that was a lot of wobble. I mean, not as much as sending like more than like uh um I have opinions, especially because of where I'm from, which is the complete opposite opinions that I had from where I was raised, like or how I was raised, I should say. But you know, still wobbling a little bit, but let's just say I have an authority problem. Oh, apparently their license plate light was out. Hmm. I mean, I'm glad that that was it and it wasn't something worse, but oh man, there was one night where I mean, I make that joke about myself all the time, so um no, there was one night where I had like 30 more minutes until I was going to get home and oh, got a stage. This car that was behind me at a stoplight suddenly pulled up to my right, which I already thought was weird. I was like, "What is going on?" Um and then they like signaled at me to roll down my window. And at first, I was being like, I was super sketched out. I was like, what is this person doing? But then I saw that they had someone in the car with them. And they were also saying like, hey, or they were like pointing to the back of my car. And I was like, oh, okay. So I probably have something out. And so I rolled down my window. They rolled down theirs. And they were like, yeah, your brake light is out. And I'm like, you know what? I'm glad I had someone else tell me before. Oh, hang on. I'm going way too high in orbit. I got focused on the story. But I'm like, I'm glad I had someone else tell me because I don't know. I feel like I would panic if like if a cop pulled me over. Like, knock on wood, I've never been pulled over. Um, like seriously knocking on wood. There's been a couple times where I thought I was about to get pulled over, but then it was like someone right behind me or like right next to me. Because I feel like I like because of anxiety, I feel like I would just start crying, which depending on the cop would either help my case or hurt my case. Interesting. I what? What? Were you like on a scooter or oh biking? Oh, okay. Well, um, God, where I yeah where my parents live, I should say, is just very not cyclist friendly. There's one set of bike lanes on one street, and it's a very crowded street, and it doesn't really pass by anywhere that like has like bike racks or anything. So yeah, and like anytime there's a bike like on a road, like just using the rightmost lane, I mean people are vicious. Like just go around. There's another lane. Like but no, they'll like ride their tail and it's like people are just vicious. Oh, yeah, that's fair. So we're gonna burn towards the moon here. Are we gonna make it to the moon on this stage? Did I mistime this? I did. Maybe I didn't. What? Oh, there it is. I can pull this back a little bit. Let's not slam into the moon. Focus view. So this satellite, oh, it's inclined. Ew. Okay. Um, okay. If I'm remembering my orbital mechanics correctly, it'd actually be better to get close. Oop, not that close. Yep, autosave, thank you. It'd be better to get closer and then adjust inclination. I mean, oh, getting a second encounter. That's spicy. Oh, and then that encounter would sling us out of the system. Fling? Sling? I don't know. Oh, that's fair. Huh. I mean, you know, there's the protect and serve logo, which protect questionable, serve I rarely see it happen, so that's a nice situation of actually, you know, holding themselves to that logo, although it was security, not police, but yeah, I have opinions. I've been told I should do a political stream, and I disagree because I feel like I would lose all of my followers because I don't agree with anybody. I have my own views. Um, anyways, we're gonna do this burn. Oh, gotcha. All right, so we're gonna warp ahead to this burn. Do do do. Watch, I'm gonna find out that it's like 5 repair kits or something, and I'm just gonna cry. Oop, that may have been too far. Let's see. We are on an impact trajectory. Let's flip around to retrograde. What is... Oh, because apparently after we impact and somehow get, you know, somehow come out the other side, we would get flung out of the system. Yeah, that's not happening. Oh, why did I hit the wrong button? Oh my. Oh, I mean, interesting. Alright, let's slow that down, because this skipper is powerful. 90, I'm okay with 90. Alright, quick save before I somehow lose this trajectory. And I'm gonna circularize even though I don't need to. Oop. Not like that. There we go. And that is in 1 day, 2 hours. And I did forget to extend the solar panels and antenna. But we're fine. 229 electric charge left, so. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, people use their bikes here all the time, but it's because it's a college town and like the campus is built for bikes. Well, I say that. I'm a really slow bike rider. Like when I started riding my bike a lot, I was not used to it, and so I was slow. So I didn't use the bike lanes. In fact, I specifically avoided the roads with bike lanes so that I would have an excuse to be on the sidewalk. Because the rule is if there is no bike lane, you're allowed to use the sidewalk. Um, Especially if your bike wasn't street legal, which mine technically wasn't. Um, yeah, and because like the one time I did use the bike lane, every other biker was passing me, and I felt so bad because they had to go out into traffic to do it. But um, anyways, I mean, true, but I'll just park here until there we go. All right, so now, oh, this guy moved. Okay, I want to set that as our target. What is our ascending and descending? Okay, this is a wow. This is a very elliptical orbit. So we're gonna pin the ascending. Up, pin the ascending. We can unpin that. And then here, I want to burn normal. Oop, a little too much. I want to get it lined up with that periapsis. Okay, it's not perfect, but it'll do. Fair enough. Um, and we're going to be staging right at the end of this burn, which is interesting. Although the staging might actually knock the rest of the burn off for us. But yeah, I used to ride my bike until I think I mentioned the story a couple streams ago. I used to ride my bike, and I planned on continuing to do so until another biker um, decided to suddenly change directions at the last second. Um, and his explanation was he thought I was going to change direction, and I'm like, why would you think that? I had my bike pointed straight. So I slammed on my brakes because I could tell he was going to crash. Yeah. And then he did not slam on his brakes in time. It crashed into the side of me, um, and completely shot my brake system. And so I don't really feel safe riding my bike with just front brakes. Because if I have to suddenly brake, I don't want to go flying over my handlebar. I think this, okay, it didn't quite do the rest of the burn. But yeah, he was apologetic, but then didn't give me his contact info. And I was like kind of mad because I asked for it, but he was like, "Nah, I gotta go." And I was like, "Dude, seriously? You just crashed into me, admitted fault, and then you're not gonna." It was a whole thing. Okay, annoyingly, I have to turn this orbit. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this slightly inefficiently. Now I'm gonna burn at the next periapsis. And I'm just gonna find an encounter. Wait in orbit. Oh, wait. This is a terrible orbit. Okay, hang on. What if I did it? Bleh. Wow, just had a tongue twist there. Ooh, actually, I need to go this way. Make sure that periapsis doesn't drop too low. So let's get some... Well, now my periapsis is in the moon, which is not ideal. So what if I just change the timing? I would need it to go this way. And that is now a second intercept, so I actually want this one. I'm okay with that. 0.1 kilometers. That's a huge relative speed, but True. No, he looked like a frat guy, which I'm not dissing frat guys, except I am. Like Greek life, I tell you, Greek life is. I don't like Greek life. Fraternities, sororities, I do not want to interact with anybody involved in one. Post college is fine unless they're hanging on to it. Like if anybody's seen Blue Mountain State, that type of hanging on to it. Um, I don't like it. One, it is historically and still very much hella homophobic. Um, okay, intersect two. That's zero point 0.6 kilometers. That's fine. Um, yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's just I don't like Greek life. I really don't. And the one time that my freshman year roommate took me to a frat party, I had to pay to get in, but the girls didn't. And I'm like, one, that's sexist. Two, that is like, oh, okay, true. Um, but two, I'm like, not only is that sexist, but two, that is incredibly like, I don't know why girls would go because like it's fairly obvious what they're trying to do. Anyways, I'm just gonna use this for timing 166.2. So negative 166.2. Cool. So I'm just using this for timing. Interestingly, we don't have, we don't have communications because I still haven't put a relay satellite in. Okay, that'll be, oh, we're actually ending close to the end of the stream. Yeah. Um, but yeah, there was this one frat that also had a rule that a guy could get in for free if he brought 5 girls with him. And I was like, oh, we're control locked. Oh, shoot. Shoot. Okay, so we're gonna have to get back in Kerbin orbit before we get rid of that maneuver node. Okay, so our closest approach is not great. It's technically right now, but are we on the? Yeah, we're on the direct opposite side of Kerbin. So I want to get rid of that maneuver node. That's so annoying. Whatever. Because I think this might be trying to reflect the maneuver node. Where's my target indicator? Did I just fly right past it? But I want to get as close as possible. 20. Okay, we're now basically smacking it. And that is going to be in a minute 51. So I can use this as an indicator, which is nice. Oh, a minute 51. Whoops, not just 51. Can we see it yet? I mean, we're pointing anti. Oh, hi, it's right there. Oh, we are smacking into this thing. Kill off our speed, please. We smacked into it. Crap. Switch over to this. RCS on. Stabilize. Stabilize, please. Oh, dear God. Oh, dear. Okay. You know what? Good enough. Okay, so Now I've realized a problem. Okay, Hodzon needs to get rid of his parachute while also grabbing these. Oh, that was easier than I thought. Okay. So this guy is firing away, so we're going to let go. Oh, it's actually firing away from us. Get back here. Get back here. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Ah. Repair. Oh, it is 4 kits. Holy cow, I'm so glad I brought 4. Okay, let's not smack into another one. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay. But what I kind of want to do now is grab this, go down, board. Still can't delete the node. I want to get closer to it. And for that, I need to go this way? This way. I want to get just a little closer. Oh, and we have control now. Okay. This thing is just moving all over the place. No, not that fast. This is... I was not planning on it doing that. Let me retract everything. I'm going to pods on EVA again. You did not pick up your parachute, did you? Okay, good. And what I would like to do... I don't think this is actually close enough. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up this antenna. I'm going to deposit it just kind of there. And we're going to just shimmy it along with us. And I'm going to find a place to stick this. Can that stick? Oh, come on. Okay, place there so I can have control again. Rotate, rotate, rotate. No! Okay, it moved. Too far, too far. No, place. If this thing could stop moving, that'd be great. No, get... Oh my goodness. I don't know why it's still moving so erratically. I want to place this on the satellite, please. Oh, okay, we might get close enough. Maybe, maybe. Rotate, rotate. That way, that way. Go. We got it. That was... That was a, Wait. Wait, which park in Fort Worth, Texas? I've been to a few. Okay. Anyways, I want to go to the map screen and unset this as target. Like, I don't think I can. Um, Whatever. Extend everything. Switch over to the satellite. RCS off, please. Dear God. We're going to extend this antenna. And which one was it that had it? Oh, I forgot batteries! Shoot. Ah, dang it. We're gonna allow partial. Contract complete. Hooray! So we're gonna allow partial, we're gonna review this data, and we're gonna transmit. But yeah, it's charging so fast that like this should not be an issue. I'm just gonna warp forward. Alright, it's done. And I want to start object tracking. It needs to be activated on a solar orbit. You jerk. You know what? We're just gonna pretend that never happened. Go back to orbital mode. Now, the fun part is, because we're inclined, this free return might not work as good as I want it to. I mean, we have you know, a bajillion delta V for Mun orbit, but actually, this is pretty good. Too many indicators on this, but we're gonna warp to that. Hopefully I don't smack back into it. I don't think I will, but um, I don't think so, unless it's someone that I do know that hasn't told me that it's them, which is entirely possible. I did have that with a certain other chatter that appeared earlier. Cough, autistic dog, cough. Anyways, this is a longer burn than I thought it would be, but I'm just gonna hold prograde. Well, because I was wondering who it was, and then finally they were just like, "Oh yeah, that's me," and I was just like, "Bruh." Oh, went a little too low. All right, there we go. Within 10 meters of where I wanted to go. That's nice. All right, so I'm just gonna do it. Like, I'm technically over the time I said I would in the stream, but I'm just gonna warp here. And I would like to focus my own ship. That would be great. And our periapsis moved. That's fine. Warp forward. And I'm gonna do the same thing as soon as we hit 100K. Just start killing off speed. We have so much delta V. Packed way too much delta V. And I'm actually okay with this speed. I believe last time we re-entered about 2,700. So, oh, are we landing at night? Ah, crap, I didn't check that. Oh, we're in Atmos, so I'm gonna... and retract everything. Alright, so Blader is being burned off. That's fine. This thing should explode. I probably could, but with the Terrier, I didn't really trust it because its atmospheric thrust to weight is terrible. And we still had so much fuel that the mass was going to weigh it down. A litho break? Uh-huh. Litho braking is, in general, not recommended. Looks like we might be doing a water landing. Although I can't tell because it is night. Yeah. Did our stuff explode yet? It hasn't. Come on. I want to see explosions. Not on this craft, on that one. It's like before I jinx it. Oh, yeah. Well, and I made the joke earlier when I had the wobbly rocket that it's like when you try to launch anything over like 5 parts in KSP2. Oh, there it goes. I heard something explode. Oh, you can see it. That's nice. And we should be fine. Surprised the heating hasn't gone away. That's actually insane. Alright, but now we can physics warp. Drogues can go out, SAS off. Mains can go out. And yeah, Ablator is insane in this game. Yes, seismic data. So I did have an idea. It breaks it. There's not a contract for it, but I wanted to test because most um, most surface deployed experiments are just planet specific. They're not biome specific. So you can only do a once per, I guess, planet, moon, once per celestial body. So they're specific to a celestial body. However, I've always wanted to try setting up like a grid of seismic, um, what do you call them? Seismic whatever's like the surface deployed seismic data collector, and just set up a grid around a small celestial body. So that way I can like crash spent stages into that body just anywhere, and it'll still get data. I've always wanted to try that, but I don't know if it would actually work. Because in theory, you would just need an experiment control station, the seismic experiment, and then a single RTG or solar panel. And like that would be it. Like per grid one. Seismometer, maybe. Because they don't call them, yeah, they don't call them seismographs in KSP, but all right. Before I end the stream, I am going to see if there are any more contracts that I want to take. Um, Satellite repairs are always fun because you get free satellites out of them. It looked like the rover repair contract disappeared, which is annoying. Unless I already took it and I'm just being dumb. No, because this one had the longest duration. Ooh, we got a little bit of science for that actually. Can recover this. Get a little more money back. There we go. I don't think we can. I mean, we could spend it on aviation, but I am terrible with planes, so I'm not going to worry about it. Oh, finally! I have been waiting for it. I've been waiting for the geostationary. Holy cow. I'm taking that. I've been waiting for the geostationary contract. Anyways, it wants us to do a new orbital station. That's annoying. That's really annoying, because we already have the orbital station. Um, I guess I could do this one equatorial. Whatever, I'll take it. And then there's a VIP contract. Wait, that's easy. Suborbital spaceflight on Kerbin? That's stupidly easy. We can... I mean, we could just... I could do that between streams. I feel like that's so trivial, I could just do that between streams. Um... Oh, now this is tempting. Oh, that is tempting. It only gives me 1 year, though. But that would give me the nuclear engine early. And so I could cheese it, and I could activate it in the sphere of influence of the Mun, and then use it to do a flyby of another celestial body. Oh, that's tempting. I don't think I have any like liquid fuel only tanks though. That's the only thing. Oh, but that is so tempting. Mm. I'll have to have a think on that. Um, this one I'm gonna accept. I might do that just between streams because that's actually stupidly easy to do. Um, oh, that's so tempting. Because that would give me such a huge jump start on like uh deep space science, basically. Oh man. You know what? I'm gonna take it. So we have literally every contract that was available to us, and yeah, I mean this is kind of what I expected this to look like at some point. But now really quickly, I do want to check: does this unlock? It does unlock these fuselages, so I'm gonna take that. But with that, I think I'm gonna end the stream there. I'm a little overtime, so uh, thank you all so much for joining. This has been quite a fun stream. Also, I could upgrade this, but that is a lot of money, and I kind of want a little more money before I spend it all on that. But anyways, thank you all so much for joining, and I believe next week, I should be able to move back to twice a week. For sure, this will be moving back to the Friday time slot. Um, yes, and then I believe what was my other time slot? I think it's Tuesdays. I think Tuesday is my other time slot. So I should be able to start doing Tuesday, Friday. And I think until I get more stream ideas, it's just going to be more KSP1. Um, but yeah, so twice a week streams should be starting next week. So that's exciting. So with that, I will hopefully see y'all in 5 days. Thank you all so much for joining, and bye bye.